What up, everybody? CyeWaters here again with another Hogwarts Legacy game. It's gonna be episode 3. Of course, we're back at it, back to back. I'm streaming, that's why it stops where it starts where I stop. But we're last episode. What happened last episode? We went down to go steal a book with Sebastian, but he took the fall because he's a G. He's part of the game now, so I got to figure out a way to save him. Lucan is not available now. I did get flame magic. I got a 10 way more classes, and we figured out we're not the only one. There's another person who can read ancient magic that I still think it's evil. So yeah, let's continue up in this episode though. And the first one I'm gonna do. Hold up. Let me see what she wants.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defense.
Hold on, but I don't.
Please.
I do that in a minute. Let me go beat some people. Oh my gosh, you see, this is where I mute myself.
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
Sure, I'm down.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
No.
I'll go it alone.
Then let's get started.
I'm going at it alone.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Fight back! Fight back!
Bro, I can't mute myself while I'm fighting and focus all at the same time.
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Hey, that's all you've got? Stupid boy.
Accio. Incendio.
Leviosa.
Pity more people can't watch the game.
Sit down! Who do you think I am? I am Cole! I am
What's
Hammer!
a victory?
Zoom
You won the
Kinto.
tournament!
That was nothing. I'm just getting started.
If the best duelists in the school weren't enough competition, then perhaps you should consider transferring to Durmstrang. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio.
Leviosa.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
That's it!
Accio. Incendio.
Excellent form!
Accio. Incendio.
Leviosa.
Accio. Incendio.
Leviosa.
Accio. Incendio.
Nicely done! Impressive wand
I think I
work.
didn't
I'd
recharge
hate to
fast
face you
enough,
in a
so they
duel.
got me. So I didn't win that. But I've done it without you.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Even though you won the tournament already, I'm glad to see you haven't stopped training. Stay sharp, my friend.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm
I
myself.
wish we had like actual
Except
fruit
this isn't
on
the
that game,
first
in
time one
this
of my
game.
charms
Oh
has
my
threatened
God,
a piece of
Chelsea,
the
you
library.
missed a
Our
demon
mate
or
told
somebody
Madame
said.
Scribner they were my books flying around. So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you
I
could
haven't
get
even
them
checked
for
my
me.
streams
There are
yet.
only 5.
Really good.
She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
5-hour stream was crazy.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Hold on. I might be going through this class way more.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
I might be
Oh,
going through
here.
this class
You'll need
every
these
day.
for today's class.
I have reason.
A little treat for your auntie.
Good morning.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, boy.
We gonna let me Miss Parker?
Tico, you can call me
Class,
Cole for short.
Please
you know.
welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Juneteenth. Juneteenth.
We do look
call me
forward to growing
Juneteenth, but you
together.
know you can call me Cole for short. I'll see you more around. I go to
How
class.
thrilling it
They
is
call
to
me
have
like an
everyone back
on-time
together
student,
again.
especially watch you'll
This
see.
year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous
I've been playing
tuber
this for like
known
6
as the
hours. I'm not gonna
mandrake
lie.
root.
Of course, it's
Accio.
been like episode 1, 2, and 3 for y'all, but you know, for you, everybody
Let's
on
see if we
YouTube, it's
can't
like
make our
episode-
fibrous friends a bit
episode
more
1, 2, and
comfortable,
3, but
shall we?
For me, I've been streaming for like
First,
almost
let's
7
protect
hours.
our ears.
What, are they gonna make me do something?
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a
Oh, it's gonna
firm
scream, right?
tug.
Yeah, it is like-
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil!
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say, nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
Number one
I
in the
already
whole
have some,
game, I'll
Professor.
say.
Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is
Number one in
bound
the
to
whole game.
bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom.
Okay.
Wasn't easy to spare one on such late
I didn't ask for
notice.
that, but thank you.
Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
No, you know magic?
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Miffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restored.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
Shut up.
Pardon me, Professor. What am I supposed to do with the Dittany seeds?
Your part in all this floral alchemy is simple. Take the seeds to your potting table, plant them, and then wait for harvest time.
Yeah, but it's the artist in the back of the museum. My bad.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the
Well, you know, we
Chinese
touched ones,
chomping
you give me
cabbage.
your contact. I think
You'll
that's good
find
enough.
that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew.
You seem a little bit crazy,
Fortunately,
but let's touch
I
ones
have a
and
dummy for them to
exchange our
gnaw on.
contacts. I think that
Be
will
a
work.
dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh,
Wait, is he my
and
roommate? I
mind
wasn't
your
even paying
fingers.
I wasn't
They do
paying that much
bite.
attention. Okay. So our plans to be done in a couple minutes. Like
Hello.
10 minutes.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
Yeah, I never asked.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark
you
Arts,
follow
by the
me.
way.
Never mind.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. Here we are. Home of the Chinese... Go on. Grab... Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Okay, sorry, dude.
Protego!
I'm confused. What is tab supposed to be? Hold tab. Oh.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming.
I'm sorry.
But they left her honking
What do I
daffodils
need to do?
intact. Garlick said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and Deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants, too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden.
Trifle with.
You get the idea.
Big
Anyway,
brave clock.
we probably ought to head back to class.
So with everybody else. But
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
That did something to me. Why don't you boost my ego a little bit? I go crazy.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should...
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
You know we should touch wands to get each other's contacts, right? Now that's an amazing idea.
The best time to plant a seed
Well, I
is
never
last
asked.
season. The second best time is now.
Well, I never asked, man. I mean, Tough breaks.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
No.
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Turn around and we can see what plant you got in the back. You know, just let me go look real quick.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
Well, I suppose that's everything.
I thought he was going to say,
Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
But those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots.
Level 10 plus 30 HP.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
Okay. This might be the only time I'm doing this, but I do want to know what happens if I pick the other options.
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
Okay, so do this.
I am only joking. I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
My bad, let's keep on going. I got distracted.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
You go over there. Just make sure you make your potion begin.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
So 5 drops or whatever that is. Yeah. You don't know about my wrist motion. Keep on going.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
What are you trying to get into? I can down anybody.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, you did. Why do you need to know? What do you
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley.
Okay.
Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I mean, I ain't doing that anyway. Might as well.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Oh, hold on, wait. I'll be back real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
Remember,
I'm gonna read it right now because
your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
be happy about it. This is gonna be a fun finish. I know. There's nothing to be happy about. Buckets.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Just apologize because he already know I did it.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson.
Yes, sir.
As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
You got me in trouble. I'm not gonna lie.
Professor Sharp wasn't happy. Leave me out of your grand plans next time.
Sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's already forgotten about it. Sharp may seem gruff, but I bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise.
I thought you were just gonna say
fewer
like,
explosions.
oh yeah, I got in trouble because of your potion. He sounded like he was mad. What's up with you, Juntinko? What's up with you, Cole? I just thought you was gonna say, oh yeah, you got me in trouble.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
Can I come over to your place then? You know, you, Slither, and Ravenclaw, you know, work to work feathers stick together. Yep. I know who that. I know who they thought I was. You gotta understand, I'm the reaction master. You ain't getting me.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Accio! That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Hello. Hello, Ravenclaw.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Whoa!
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
My bad. I was only joking, my nigga.
I wouldn't do that to you, Cressida. Only trying to teach you to be a little more careful.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Okay, now since we're done with that, I'll go through the rewards in a minute. That takes up too much time. Now her keys. Please tell me that her keys. Oh.
Accio! Revelio. Accio. Incendio.
I guess we have like a leaf type spell.
It is good to see you,
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I feel like, I don't know if I can trust her. Let me just say it. There you go.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions.
Okay.
For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
Yeah, boy. What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
This could be dangerous. I'm glad to hear this could be
Rookwood and
dangerous.
Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. Okay. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
What are you up to now?
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, my name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Underwater adventure sounds like fun. Diving in the winter.
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Yes, sir.
Stupefy!
Let's get this over with. I will not be down! I'll quit now while you're still alive. You don't stand a chance again.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
That's how we do it in here. Yeah, never mind. We all want people.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
You think I care? One minute ago. Alexis.
You're there! Hang on! Bring up the
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take it to the top of my dead body!
No, that's fine.
Stay in school next time.
Not today!
Come on! The journey has ended. Come on, man.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Yeah, come on, we've been through this.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take it to the top of my dead body!
Incendio! Accio!
No! No! No!
just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Find out what that is. Seems a bit tedious. How fascinating. Really, how fascinating.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Cool. Let me get something to do.
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Over here? Okay.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Leviosa!
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
What do you still want to do? Oh, okay.
Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Incendio! Merlin himself would be proud.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Wow. Simple.
I take it we can call that a success?
Yep.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research.
This is the world
My
full of
guess is
magic,
that
so they
each
can
will
do stuff
also
like this.
require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade,
I was
should you
thinking
need
like, oh,
more.
how is this
I
possible?
really must be off.
Then, like, it's
Such
whole
a
world full of
pleasure
magic.
to
What
meet
am I
you.
talking about?
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
While you do that, I'm going to do this.
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I'm just gonna give it to her. That was the whole
I
point of
did.
this.
I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you?
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer.
Okay.
When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Probably had to get that painting back.
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now, but they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that Ranrock's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again.
Okay. So I'll keep an eye out.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to sell a couple stuff.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
Levioso! Accio!
Revelio. Incendio!
Finally. No, let me go get that goblin stuff. Hold up, let me beat the
An encampment. This must be it. Incendio!
I won't rest until...
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. If you are there.
One less human to worry about. If only Renrock were here to see this!
Incendio!
You won't stop me.
Accio! Could it be?
One less... Hello?
Man, come on.
Didn't have to end this way.
What? Keep two enemies airborne for 5 seconds. Okay, I got goals here.
Let this serve as a warning to others too young to know better.
Feet. How can I do it? How can I keep 2 people airborne at one time?
Take the time. Renrock's loyalists will succeed.
Come on.
Pity, not quite.
Like, what is even going on? How did I die? Come on.
Aha! There you are.
Many of you are there.
Accio! One less human to worry about. You can't stop us. Oh, that was meant for me. Not quick enough.
Incendio!
I won't rest. Dead.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Lumo!
You don't believe you can defeat me, do you? I shall avenge your death. Is that the best you can do?
Incendio! Levioso!
That was pitiful. An utterly pitiful display.
Incendio!
What an unfortunate disappointment!
Accio!
Are you quite finished?
Incendio! That was quite something. Now, to free Arn's carts. Quite an enchantment. Connor can turn into Arn. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
I don't know that all your homies are dead. GARLICK.
Incendio. Levioso. Lumos. Revelio.
What's wrong with you?
See myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
Accio. Incendio. Protego.
No! I will make you pay.
Accio. Your blood, Revelio.
For my wares.
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
What's difficult, nigga?
The ones I faced were determined to make things difficult.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints.
Brandon, come here.
You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, Ron. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Sounds intriguing. I'm not sure. How would this benefit me?
I suppose I could, but why should I spend my time on a glorified errand?
It is much more than a glorified errand, to be sure. I dare say you'll find my proposal intriguing. Please, hear me out.
Okay.
You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Okay. What do you want the wand?
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh, yes. It's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand-maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes, and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
You just don't want to do it.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Actually, I got another
You've
question.
brought hope to this old one-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
I need to go.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
How can I upgrade my gear slot? I'm looking up later after this.
Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick. I'll take that, thank you. Accio! Nothing. No statues here. Accio! I'd best keep looking. This'll do nicely. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
Some more up there. Oh yeah, there are.
Accio! Nothing. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. Here's a welcome surprise. Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Accio! Nothing. No statues here. I'll take that, thank you. A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. I'd best keep looking. Accio! This'll do nicely. What's happening?
Oh, buddy, you're not giving to nobody. So, what?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
Okay.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Okay, meet up. After this, we're done. This is Gryffindor.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked you to do.
Yep.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Is that a foreshadow?
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Okay. First, look at the gear. Look at the system gear. Collecting nope. Challenges. Yeah. Exploration. Oh, I finally got more exploration. Okay, finally. Let me hurry up and get this done. That's it for episode 3. It took a while, almost 4 hours. and we did a lot this episode, but it really took so much time because I was keeping on in the middle of the episode. Something happened, so it took like 30 minutes. I don't know how long to get it set up, but I'm not gonna tell you all yet. And then I did a lot of spacing out, but you know, this I did a couple side missions, a couple main missions, but now we're set up is that we're going to the forest to get some wand to return to the wand maker, and also trying to find the pages. And we just got a disarming spell, and my character is level 13 with 1,000 gold, and look at him right now. He could be decked out even more, but that's it for the fun. That's it for episode 3. I'm gonna see y'all later on episode 2. Episode 4 is gonna be a minute because I'm actually about to get off. But yeah, I'm gonna see you all later, and thank you for watching the video or clicking. You know, socials in the description. It's editing, so I will see you in a couple days because I'm not gonna edit this for a minute. Okay, yeah, it's on now. Alright. The music is gonna start in 3, 2, 1, now. But this took a minute to get out. Mainly because I was not that focused, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't that focused on getting it out until like yesterday. And yeah, so I finally got it out. Tomorrow, tomorrow I'm gonna start playing more. I'm gonna stream Hogwarts again. Thank you for watching or clicking as always. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna have way more in store though. Right now I'm really just focusing on getting like way more stuff uploaded, getting, you know, doing me really. I thank everybody for watching. Do the holy 3, like, subscribe, bell notifications, or comment. What else I gotta say? Nothing much right now. It just, you know, if you're here, you're here. But I don't know. I'm out. I'm not that motivated right now. I'm kind of tired too. I love you boys. Love you, love the family. CyeWaters family. I'm out. It's a heart. Imagine me doing a heart. There you go. Okay, I'm out. I love y'all.